First, watch this video, then we'll talk.
How old are you now?
I'm 20.
When you tell your friends back home, like, I'm joining Border Patrol, are some, like, surprised?
Yes, they're kind of like, wow, you're starting pretty young, or how do you feel about arresting your own kind?
How do you answer that when you hear that?
They didn't come in the right way, so they aren't my kind.
The entire video of CNN interviewing this new class of Border Patrol recruits, almost every single one of them being Latino, makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me want to throw up. We have this kid, Juan Peralta, 20 years old, really, really young, and he's joining Border Patrol. When asked, how do you feel when people tell you that you are betraying your own people, you're persecuting, harassing your own people? He says they didn't come the right way, so they aren't my people. Brother, I'm very, very sorry to inform you that those very much are your people, regardless of their legal status, of when they came, of how they came to the United States, whether legally or not. They are your people because the majority look like you. They look like an indigenous Latino/Hispanic young man, right? Many of them do. And no matter how much you want to assimilate into American culture and be accepted by the white supremacist power structure that is Border Patrol, that is ICE, that is all these institutions, it'll never happen. They will never accept you. Did you guys know that 50.9% of all Border Patrol agents are Hispanic/Latino? Insane, right? The biggest enemy of a Latino is another Latino. And that's a saying that's really popular in Spanish, English, but it is the absolute truth. This is sickening. Knowing everything ICE is doing to our people currently, Border Patrol, Customs, etc., is doing to our people in this country. And at 20 years old, you really don't have any other prospects in your life to do anything else but join Border Patrol. You guys are failures. Failures to yourselves, to your communities, to your families, to absolutely everyone. Look at the rest of the video. Just watch it.
Many of you are fluent in Spanish right now. Nativos. Good. Most.
This is the worst guy.
Aren't you ashamed of apprehending your own
What do you say to
blood?
that? How do you answer
that?
that?
Of course not. Because I'm protecting my community. I'm protecting both sides of the border.
Listen.
Agent Claudio Herrera says it took him 11 years to become a citizen. And 6 years ago, he joined the Border Patrol.
11 years to become a citizen, right? Funny how he likely didn't mention that for some amount of time during those 11 years, he was likely undocumented before becoming a U.S. citizen. And now after becoming a citizen, this guy's first priority was to go work for Border Patrol. You people make me sick. Those young kids in that class of Border Patrol, you guys make me sick. You guys have any other prospect in this world to chase after. You do not have to become Border Patrol agents to be successful in this country. You guys make me sick. You are traitors to our people, to the Latino people in the United States.
Secondly, ignore the mayhem that may or may not be happening around me. I took a nap that when I woke up, I genuinely had to ask myself, where am I and what year it is? It is mayhem behind me. Next, I want to talk about two specific things in that video that we just saw. We'll be including the link to the creator below. There's nothing wrong in what he said. I would also just like to add some more context, another point of view to what he was saying. One, the idea that their families would be so disappointed in them. Their families are only disappointed in them because that's not what they thought they were teaching them. And this does kind of connect to the second thing, but I'm really trying to separate these two. This is what they were taught at home. This is the way that their families operate, that there is a right and a wrong way to exist as a marginalized person. And all of the over 50% of Latinos that are working for ICE and Border Patrol and all of these terrible self-hating entities, they believe that. And all of their families that taught them this think that they are the right kind. Everybody else is pointing at everybody else. It's all the Spider-Mans. It's like, they're terrible. We're the good Latinos. They're terrible. We're the good Latinos. So everybody else, when it comes to the punishment that needs to be served out, yeah, they're going to deserve that punishment because they're not us. And then on top of that, the superhero complex that a lot of little boys have been raised up in. With, I was talking about this with a friend of mine. I can't remember what, Call of Duty. There it is. From Call of Duty to Grand Theft Auto, that whole franchise. The idea of just going out into your communities and wreaking havoc. In a way where it's just like either for fun or, oh, you're the good guy, so you have to save the other good guys. So whatever violence ensues has to happen because you're the good. You did this the right way as a character. You're the good guy. Everybody else is what you are doing to everybody else is a justice that is deserved. It's why so many Latinos, when the it's funny. I was gonna say it's not funny. It is funny. All of the Cubans in Florida that were like, "I will border Donald Trump," when all of a sudden they were being mass deported and arrested. They were like, but on my vote. They thought they were the right kind. We thought they were the right kind. Nope. Not under white supremacy or not, but they aligned themselves with white supremacy. They aligned themselves with violence because they thought that they were exceptional under white supremacy. They were also raised to believe that they were exceptional under white supremacy. I think that what we are seeing with the amount of, especially like Latin men that are working under this, but it's not only Latin men, is the failings of a lot of parents. And this is the evidence of how deep racism goes, even within, and mind you, the Latin diaspora is wide. You get everybody from like the palest allergic to the sun to Lupita Nyong'o. Like it is all the way in between and everybody in between, right? So, but the idea of being a right and a wrong Latino is also built into this. And this is now leading into the second thing that I want to share. You know how I say what happens to the most marginalized of us eventually happens to all of us? Haiti. How the Latin diaspora, and I'm speaking about this as a Haitian, how the Latin diaspora has treated Haiti and Haitians in word and in deed, this all makes sense to me. Like, I am not surprised that this is the percentage of Border Patrol ICE agents. Nor am I surprised that this is the way that they talk about why they have joined this force. Haiti is the first Latin country. It is the first freed slave nation, enslaved nation. And Haiti has never ceased to be punished for it. Haiti, like, so many people, even to this day, are like, but Haiti isn't a Latin country because of the percentage, not just the percentage of Black people in Haiti, but also the unapologetic love of their Black ancestry that in the realm of Latin America, they're like, this isn't us. We align with whiteness, and Haiti has never been about that. So what happens with France's involvement, with the United States involvement, with all of these, with the UN's involvement of the destabilization of Haiti, where people are, for reasons outside of their control, their governments are being infiltrated time and time and time again. So people have to flee. People are trying to find safety and refuge. Brilliant people, scholars, community workers, farmer, people are trying to find safety to start a new life. And when they try to enter into other countries, there is this ongoing, even when it comes to their next door neighbor, the Dominican Republic, which has a long, the I know Black, I Dominican, the generations worth of violence, of anti-Black violence, even though we the same coloration, same everything, different language, same everything else. The way that that countries within the Latin diaspora have treated Haitians is the same way that this demographic of Latinos are treating their fellow Latinos. Because in their minds, y'all are incorrect. It's a one-to-one comparison for me. This kind of internalized hatred, this kind of anti-Latino sentiment, it's generational. It is generational. It is historic. It has been played out. And I say it all the time on here, what happens to the most marginalized of us will eventually happen to all of us. And yes, that also includes within our individual communities. So yeah, this is the result of the anti-blackness, of the anti-Indigenousness. This is the byproduct of all of that within the Latin community. And I think that it just makes a lot of like Latin people very uncomfortable, because it was fine when it was happening to the dark-skinned refugees. It was fine when it was all hush hush. It was fine when it wasn't people that looked like us doing it to people that looked like us. Oop. Here we are. And this is going to be a hard thing to rip from the root out of a lot of Latin families, of a lot of Latin communities. This is going to be open heart surgery. Do I think that most communities are open to doing it? I have no evidence of that. I'm just saying that's what it's going to take. But these are my thoughts. Feel free to leave yours in the comments section. Have smart, direct conversations. Saturn is getting ready to enter Aries. Direct conversations. Neptune is entering Aries. We don't have time for these delusions. We don't have time listen, I'm all about the woo-woo. We need to figure out action. If you're an astro girly, you're picking up what I'm putting down. Those are all of my thoughts. I'm going to finish this show. Stay safe out there, y'all.